All right, guys, so now that you've had the chance to try this one on your own, we're going to do it together. So notice, first thing I am looking at here is I see some parentheses with multiple terms on the inside. So that tells me I'm going to need to do the distributive property first before I can do any combining like terms or any variables on one side, any of those steps. Distributive property has to come first. And remind yourself that in order of operations, parentheses comes first. So that kind of reminds you that if I have parentheses in my equation, I have to get rid of those before I do anything else. So I'm going to use my distributive property. I have my 5 here. Remember, I'm multiplying it to both terms on the inside of this parentheses. So 5 times n is just a 5n. Notice how this 2 is a negative 2 because the sign in front of it is a minus. Okay, so this is 5 times negative 2, which is a negative 10. So I have minus 10 there. And then on the other side, I don't have any distributive property happening. I don't have anything to do in that step. So I'm just going to bring those things down. Okay, so now I have an equation that has variables on both sides. I have to get rid of one. I'm going to get rid of the smaller one. It happens to be this 2n on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 2n. The reason why I'm subtracting instead of adding is because it's originally a positive 2n. So in order to get rid of it, I got to subtract it. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other. And notice again, I'm lining that up underneath my 5n because those are the terms that are alike. Okay, 2n take away 2n gives me nothing. So all I'm left with is 17 over here. This negative 10, okay, remind yourself that's a negative 10. That's got to come down. 5n's take away 2n's gives me 3n's. Okay, so I know what this line's going to look like. I have my 3n. I have my minus 10. I have my equal sign on the line. Equal sign on the line. All right, and then 17 over here on the right. So I've got my 17 here. And now I have a regular two-step equation, which we'll solve using our regular two-step formulas. Okay, we see a minus 10 here. So the opposite of that is going to be adding 10. Okay, and I'm going to do that to both sides. Once I do that, my minus 10 cancels out with my positive 10. All I have left is my 3n. I have my equal sign on the line. Equal sign on the line. All right. 17 plus 10 gives me a 27. Okay, and everything likes to be a little bit lower than I want it. All right, there we go. Next step is going to be divide by the number that's next to the variable. So I'm going to put my division slashes here that tell me I'm dividing. Okay, I'm going to put 3's. 3 divided by 3 is just a 1. So all I'm left with here is n, which is what I wanted, right? I'm isolating my variable, and 27 divided by 3 should give me a 9. Check that in your calculator. Just to make sure you know I did it correctly. And that's how you should have done B. Go ahead and try C on your own, and I will see you in the next video.